Oh man, remember this game? Remember this game? Hello everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Oh my god, it's been like 2 weeks? 3 weeks, maybe, since I last played the game? Where we left off, we had been completing the side quests for all of our companions. And Jolie Bindo's side quest involves the apparent assassination / murder of a Sith spy in the hotel here. We talked to his friend and got a little bit of information about it, how he believes he's being framed. He said he didn't do it, although people saw him flee the scene of the crime, supposedly. He is crippled, but apparently the attack was done with a blaster, and I don't know. He looks like he can probably hold a blaster. He says his hands were shaking. It could be a lie. So anyway, we're here for some more information. We're going to go check and see about some of the witnesses I think are here at the hotel. So we're going to check with them and get their story, take a look around the crime scene, see what we can find, and that will hopefully allow us to mount a defense of him, because it's looking pretty grim for our friend. Or rather, for Jolie's friend. We also talked with the Selkath members of the court, and 2 of them at least are biased towards the Sith. Another is biased towards the Republic, and we have 2, it sounds like, who are trying to remain neutral when it comes to the Sith versus Republic. This is going to make it difficult for us, since we are already dealing with a slight deficit when it comes to getting the votes we need to keep Jolie's friend alive. Okay. So, let's go ahead and talk to Ignis now that we're back here again.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Who are the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rodian named Glupor. Seems like a really dirty, shifty type. Normally I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Eliza?
Eliza used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Eliza, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or 2 later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. Couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
Could it have gone off after he left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
You could testify it happened after he left.
No way I'm lying to the court just because you want to get your Republic buddy off or whatever. I have no interest in going to prison.
I'm not gonna offer him money to say it. Alright, let's talk about something else.
What do you want to know?
So basically he's like, there's a very slim possibility it did go off after he left. Extremely slim. And he's more confident that it did not happen that way. I have no more questions for now.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
I don't know if I'm willing to pay him to say it. I don't know if that's the truth. Ignis is the proprietor of the hotel that the murder of Eliza occurred at. He told you that he heard the blaster shot go off, then saw Sunry hobbling away from the scene of the crime. Maybe he had already been fleeing and didn't get down here until the blaster shot went off. He might be able to say something like that. He is a cripple, so maybe it would have taken him a little bit of time to leave the room and get downstairs. To the lobby. Oh, wow, okay. This is going to be nice and easy. Everyone's right here. I have questions about the murder of Eliza. Okay. Oh, why? First off, why were you at the hotel? So he's not very rich. He came here because it gives him a chance to live better for a while. I guess. I guess his current quarters here on Manana are absolutely awful. I'm surprised at that, actually, given that Manan seems like a decent place no matter where you go. So, what did you see? Oh? What about Eliza's room? How about if I just give you... well, let's ask this first, I suppose. Did someone pay you to do something in that room, Glupar?
Tong abog sinchan lupor ni nong kili lupor chiwa aita kang kicha na selkat lupor nibo mulira lupo ni umsit lupor sha lupor pampa ki mulira kun king lupor chachopa si chawa wish kun lupor bagra shak konti cha yoman tong itselkat wama jikona lupor ag inkotune Grupper no molira, chuna molira, tongpa no kun, no nek, grupper chachopa, grupper bagwa shank konti machid grupper nada chawa yishun kun.
Well, so we know the evidence has been tampered with. I don't think I discovered that last time I had done this quest, which of course was like 13 years ago. Interesting. Okay, so... if the evidence of the scene has been tampered with and the Sith were involved, then that throws all the evidence, basically, out the window. Glupar confessed that the Sith made him plant the metal as evidence against Sunry after the murder occurred. It would seem that the Sith are indeed trying to point blame at Sunry. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that, Sith, because now that we have discovered this, that throws everything you have been trying to do out the window. And if somebody had done it, tampering with the evidence to add like a little bit more to the scales to turn the judges against the Republic, if that was discovered, and it was, that's not gonna be a good look for you. Security droid, can we talk with you? Okay.
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
I'm so sorry, Ferrith, but what did you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. Being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elas's room and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
Actually, you can say that. He might have been fearing for his life. What do you know about Sunry and Eliza?
Sunry I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Elas's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with her damn antics usually.
Eliza roomed here often?
Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunry would show up. They didn't seem all that discreet either.
So they might have been trying to get information out of each other. Sunry's tale about him trying to turn her into a Republic spy, a double agent, is probably correct. But Eliza might have actually been just trying to turn him into a Sith agent, or trying to figure out as much as he knew, or setting him up to be murdered as well. You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Eliza?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith Master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master?
Well, Elasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I thought she was like a soldier. I didn't realize she was a Sith. What did you see?
Well, one time, I saw Elasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Elasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Something like that happened to me once. Only I was the one brushed up against. Extremely cute girl working at a diner. God, she was really cute. She brushed up against me on purpose to put her arm around my waist briefly. That was fun. We talked for a little bit before that and afterwards as well. I should have asked her out. So, she was a Dark Jedi.
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Tharith told you that he once brushed up against Eliza, and her cloak fell open to reveal that she was carrying a lightsaber, the mark of a Jedi. It would seem that Eliza may have been a Dark Jedi allied with the Sith. Alora professes Sunry's innocence. Oh, this is Sunry's wife. She claims that there is some sort of frame-up by someone who wants to get revenge on him. Sunry was an old war hero against the Sith, so they might harbor him ill. You've heard rumors that Sunry may have been cheating on his wife. Perhaps you should ask Alora about this. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that as well. So it's, I guess...
You again.
What did you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own beings. You can't tell me that some...
Okay, so we're done with both of these people then.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Jolie, do you know anything about this place?
Manon's an unusual place. Not for its water, mind you. It's the KotOR, healing juice. Only place where it occurs in the galaxy. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going.
Okay, I was hoping he could give me some advice on what he thinks is going on. I still do not like... that I am the one doing this. I would like to get in there. Ignis, do you have a minute? Can we get into the room, please?
You're the one defending... He can't...
Okay. So, sorry everyone. I would like to go into the room itself, but it's currently locked. I'm going to assume the security droid is on patrol and won't let me enter it. Alright, so let's go back to... Hello, mysterious man. Let's go back to our ship. We'll get T3 and we'll have him unlock that door.
You, Jedi. I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Why are you telling me this?
Let us just say that I'm an interested party, and that I have concerns. This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, yes.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They just give it to me.
No, of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market? You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Well, we're right near the Republic Embassy, but I really do want to check out that room first. So we're going to return to the Ebon Hawk. And we're going to grab T3 and Jolie. Okay. Oh, T3 is leveled. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of that really quick. Level 14. Congratulations, T3. Computer use, repair, security. Security again, especially because we're about to try to open a door. Leveled up again. So computer use, demolitions. Repair, security. You get a feat, T3. There's not a whole lot I need you to have, but I guess we'll give you this, so you'll get an extra bonus with your demolitions skill. I realize I should probably give him the extra hit points, but that just feels so weird to make T3 tanky, so we're not going to do that. Don't mind us, Ignis. We're going to open up. Actually, because is there something... I don't know if we're allowed to do this. We'll give it a try, obviously.
What are you doing in my room?
Nothing.
Good. Sure.
Okay, wasn't at all what I thought. I thought that was Elassa's room. Instead, there's a merc there. Okay. He's apparently spending the night, and I am guessing that we're supposed to murder him if we do the quests for that one organization that the one Rodian had told us not to talk to him about, as long as we have companions with us. Okay, well, with that in mind, let's go back then to the Ebon Hawk. And we'll go back in, leave again. Actually, maybe we take this group with me, after all. Instead of taking HK. Yeah, let's stick with these two at the moment. Okay, so... Alright, well, we're right here. at this embassy, so why not investigate the Republic side of things? I think both of them were trying to turn each other to the other side. Is probably what happened.
When you are ready to explore the Hrackert Rift, enter the Republic base. The sub will have... I wish...
Okay, we're not allowed to talk with him at all.
I'm sorry, I'm on duty, citizen. Please refer any questions to our diplomatic corps. Thank you.
If you got a problem, go talk to our diplomatic representative. Don't bother me with it.
This is a pretty large computer. Let's see, maybe the information's in this. T3, if you'll be so kind. Loading rep up layer success command query. Slice into the Republic system. Rep op layer success command query. Open data submarine bay doors 100 spikes, we can't do that. Disable local power grid 125 spikes, we can't do that. Access restricted data archives 0 spikes. Accessing data archive. Success. Downloading Sunry incident archive. Success. This must be some sort of secret meeting recording. Shutting down system authorization FI prerequisite number 89413. Unloading rep op layer. Success. Unloading system.
Yes?
Okay. As an Arbiter, you must defend Sunry to the best of your ability. However, you have found a data recording that clearly shows Sunry killing the Sith woman Eliza. You continue your role of Arbiter impartially, knowing that your client has committed such a crime. Can we talk with you about this, Jolie?
Got something on your mind, dude?
We can talk to him about his wife a little more, but not about the situation. So there was no talking between Sunry and Eliza in that video. I suppose we should talk to Sunry about this a little more. So where is Sunry located? I don't remember. We can also go back to the Sith embassy and look for a different computer system in there and see what they saw. Assuming that there is such waiting for us in their embassy. We killed everything in there, so we shouldn't have any trouble exploring the rest of it, I suppose. My mind right now is trying to work out how we can defend Sunry from his accusers. We don't have to mention the fact that he killed her, right? We can have, so first off, we don't have, as long as the Sith don't have a similar recording, we should not need to bring it up in court. Because then it's just everyone guessing if he actually killed her or not. Well, actually, so what is our objective? Is our objective to get Sunry off the hook in order to make the Republic look good? Or is our objective instead to be honest, where we have proof that Sunry killed Eliza? Or, I'm sorry, that he shot her. Or that someone that looked like him shot her. Alright, so... we can't interact with this computer system. Let's see. I'm going to assume the North Computer Room might be the spot for us, so let's head up there and take a peek at that computer. I'm glad the Cellcasts allow anyone to wander through the Sith base, however. This is rather nice. I thought that they had given an issue that no one was to go back in the Sith base, but I guess from a role-playing perspective, I'm sorry, from a gameplay perspective, if you left the base and then forgot something of significant importance in it, that would be very, very bad for you. You might not be able to make any more progress in the game. Okay, none of the computer rooms. Oh, I'm about to say can be interacted with, but there is a computer panel here. But it's all just cameras. Okay, all just cameras. So there's no information to be had here inside the Sith base itself. Okay, well then, I think we've done about as much as we can do. I'm not going to pay the guy 100 credits to lie to the courts. We'll just have to deal with the fact that he said he left after the shot. They're going to wonder who actually committed the crime then. I would have to probably throw the one Rodian under the bus. The one who accepted money and left the token behind. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I want to put an innocent person to death. Okay. Why don't I come back right back, everyone? I'm just going to wander over to the Cellcath prison so I can talk to Alora and Sunry a bit more. Give me a few seconds. Alright, everyone, we're back. I forgot this is all the way on the other side of the Manon station we're on. Whew, that's quite a walk. Alright, Alora?
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Alora, was Sunry having an affair?
Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that. Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. I started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her. He came and confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
Don't worry, Alora. I'll save him.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
Under pressure, Alora confessed that Sunry had been having an affair with the Sith woman Alaza, but that he'd been going there to end the affair. Ugh. Alright. Prisoner, have you heard anything? Nope. He just yells at the one cell cat. Alright. I think everyone's going to be time for us to do this.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alaza. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
There's a few things that we have to clear up, Sunray.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judges said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too, but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure. Go ahead, ask. Ask.
There was a Rodian who planted evidence at the murder scene.
A Rodian? I didn't know there were any Rodians on Manan. Oh, except for Tyvark and this one named Glupar who's hanging around the hotel all the time. Okay, so maybe there are a whole bunch of Rodians on Manan. But what does that matter? If he planted evidence at the scene, it's a clear sign of a frame-up. He probably took all the evidence of the real killer at the same time. The evidence of a Sith conspiracy keeps getting stronger, doesn't it? I suspect there's still stuff you want to clear up. Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Sunry, I know you're guilty. I've got the Republic's recording data.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith Masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
I won't betray your secret, Sunry. We'll go on with the trial.
But Sunry is a murderer. I'm sorry, old friend, but you are. I can't approve of this. You go ahead, however, if that's what you think is best. I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manan. And none of us want that, now do we?
Jolee's not happy about this, but Jolee, you're the one who's supposed to be handling this. Alright. Let's see. Confronted with the evidence of the recording of him killing Alaza, Sunry admitted to his crime. He refuses to confess to the court, however. He says he will not betray the Republic or harm it because of what has happened. Alright, well, we're gonna have to wing the rest of it, I think. We'll do the best we can. We'll talk about every option we're given when we get to the court. And we're trying to defend him. I'm imagining that the Sith will have some evidence we haven't seen. Hopefully it's not any of bit of recording. We might be able to say that since they planted evidence at the crime scene, they may have also altered evidence. And we'll try our best not to bring up the fact that we have a recording and we saw that he actually shot her. It sounds like, again, they both were trying to work to spy on each other. They were both playing each other for their own, well, not their own, but for the forces they are working with for their gain. So we should expect some subterfuge and underhandedness from both the Republic and the Sith. Ah, okay. The Warden's the one who we talked to. I want to begin Sunry's trial now. Yes, let's begin the trial. That's amazing that that took us immediately. I have no comments at this time.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial. You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Do not undermine the witness.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elassa was fired.
Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Now, this is very interesting because I remember that if you ask a question and he gives an answer which hurts your case, like you're stuck with it. So we only got to ask questions that we think will be beneficial to the person we're representing. Elassa is a dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
So, we're not asking 3, because it's a blaster, and he might say Sunry's a well-known, accomplished, a war hero. He can kill a Sith if he shot her from behind. And as for this, he might say, well, he fled and left it there. He was nervous and afraid. So we're not going to choose either of these. I have no additional questions. I don't think we're gonna. So this is obvious to me a gameplay thing, which is see how well you're doing. So no, I won't pull the judges. At least not yet. We'll wait until after maybe we question the Rodian.
Glupor the Rodian, you were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunri leaving Alasa's room, didn't you?
Glupor jiking wata Sunri mulira. King kunjupa shak glupor. No ba mulira set jilai kunka.
This is clear, then, that Sunri left the room with the Sith Elasa already dead behind him.
Man, they're making it really hard for the poor Sith guy here. Like he's allowed one question, one answer, nothing else. That's interesting. Did you see Sunri kill? Did you plant the medal on Alasa?
Glupor, Glupor.
Don't do it, Glupor.
Glupor kan King Davik Nibora tong chitsa.
Lies! Slander! I object!
Glupor wonky.
Isn't the medal at the crime scene too obvious a clue?
Glupor ka chopa chawa wisyun kun. Glupor kan.
Did you see Sunri kill Alasa?
Glupor tong hiwa maji glupor aki unkotun sit. Glupor no mulira chuni chubaka chopa glupor. Chawa
I have no additional questions. We're not bringing up the fact he's a cripple. No way. We're not. That doesn't matter at all, in my opinion. Yes, I like to pull the judges.
You, Elora, are Sunri's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunri seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
Sunri was a Republic war hero, wasn't he?
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely, and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith, or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
You know, this is really interesting. Doing this entire court side quest really drives home that the judges are just Selkath. They're people. And, well, not people. They're like people. They have their own biases and their own opinions on things, and that can easily sway them. Or could sway them. Do I bring up Sunry was a cripple? I'm nervous bringing that up with Alora. We're not bringing up the affair, because that would just give evidence of a different motive. Oh, I don't know. We're doing well so far, but if I ask the wrong question here, that could do it for us. It's a leg injury he has, right? And the shot was in the back. Everyone's staring at me. I don't know what to choose. Alora has mentioned that her husband is a cripple in the past. We'll ask. Sunry was a cripple. Could he have killed Alasa?
He was a good man, but his injuries pained him terribly. But he always held on, always persevered. I don't think he could have beaten her or anything like that. But a blaster? I just don't know.
No additional questions. No.
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, Your Honors. Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I knew she was a Sith. And she would be trying to pump me for information, of course. So I just simply turned the tables. I was working on her, trying to turn her over to the Republic side, trying to turn her into a double agent. But that's kind of ruined now that she's been murdered.
An obviously false story. I have proof here in the form of data recording that proves you were, in fact, having an affair with Elasa.
I really want to object to this.
What's the use now? I had been having an affair with Elasa, it's true. But I realized my mistake and I was going there to end it, but I did not kill her.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
We gotta say something about this. If he hadn't immediately answered back to the prosecutor and said that, yes, this had happened, and I wish I could object about it. Entering evidence in the middle of a court proceeding, that I don't think that would ever actually happen, because the defense would totally object to that. Totally, absolutely 100% object to this. And we would have had time to prime our defendant to not do what he just did and blurt out, yes, I absolutely was having an affair with her. Eliza was a Sith spy, wasn't she? Actually, hold on. You were going there... If we can maybe whirl this around and say that if the Sith found out about this, they would have had her killed if she decided to go through with this. He hasn't given enough information yet to say that he didn't succeed at this. Eliza was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
No, I have no additional questions. No.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
No one actually witnessed the murder, which is true. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that. This is probably correct. I could say that. I could also say this. No one actually witnessed the murder. Truth. Facts.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
Hey! Eliza was a spy, and the Sith are framing Sunry, which is also true because Glupo planted evidence there. I think at this point we end it. It's tempting to say 3, but that would there would have to be a Sith there at the scene, and no one has seen anyone else there. My arguments are complete.
Sunry, no.
No, Your Honors. I demand the death penalty.
The Republic will attempt to have him freed, Alora. I am sure. This is the best we can do. I'm sorry.
Sunry?
I think asking his wife about the cripple, I think that's what did it. I think that's what did us in. Yep. Alright, so I'll be right back, everyone. We're going to wrap up this episode by me looking up online what the proper way to do this trial is if I want to get him off, and I'll talk about it really quick, and then we'll wrap up. Give me a few seconds. Oh, that's interesting. So that's the way it works. Okay, so it turns out that the judges are always persuaded by the Sith investigator. Every single time he asks a question, it lowers their opinions of Sunry, even if it is ridiculous. You have to counteract that and push the tables into the favor of Sunry. We didn't actually ask 2 questions that we should have. At the very end, our closing arguments, we should have mentioned that the Sith had him killed. And when Alora was up on the stand, we should have asked her about the affair. Since we did not do those, we lost massive points, or rather, we did not gain them. Some of the biggest points we could have gained. And as such, that cost us the trial. How about that? Alright, well, that's it. I failed again to save Sunry. Oh well. He is guilty of it in the end, so I guess I won't be too upset about him actually being found guilty.
Got something on your...
What do you think of Sunry's verdict?
You defended him well enough. I wish we had time to look into matters more fully. But wishing is only useful for the young and idealistic. What's done is done. The Republic will likely appeal the matter eventually, and he'll be free. I just would like to know if that's best. Sunry was a good man once, and a good friend. I'll miss him. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
Okay. Well, it's good to be back, everyone, playing some more Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I think what we'll do now is we will go back to Korriban. Oh, let's go back. We will go to Korriban and begin that quest line, I think, because we still have Kandor. Actually, let's go back and we'll talk to Canderous. And by go back, I guess, I mean we're going back to our ship. We'll talk to Canderous and we'll see if he has... Oh! Crap, I have the one Rodian here I want to talk to as well, so I can maybe earn some more dark side points. We've been playing, though, for almost an hour, I think. Why don't we transit back to the Ebon Hawk? We'll leave everyone behind. transit back. And we'll go and talk to that one Rodian again. And we'll see if he will now tell us about his super secret assassination squad that we can maybe do some tasks for. I'm pretty sure the one gentleman in the hotel, whose room we unlocked, I think he must be someone that we have to assassinate. I suppose I should be happy that they didn't immediately kill Sunry. Supposedly Sunry will also say if you want him to confess, he will not willingly confess to what he did. And a Jedi mind trick to him, like trying to use the Force to force him to do so, will not actually convince him to do so. He's resistant to such effects. And there was a reason why I was mentioning this, and I can't remember what that reason was. Nope, I can't remember. Oh well, let's talk to Hulas here. I want to ask you about the Geno Haradin. Oh, are they a good aligned assassination organization? Who formed this guild? Where did it begin?
Agi inko tune chunamuri ra tangi wama jikona jiska dosoki kopa bono nakachu labora na winki smaktoma tong hit wama aki inko tune potong hi wama ji aki inko tun tong pa no kun no nek chiwi aita ka chong chicha ki muri ra kun king kimba no kun nik lota.
Tell me more about them?
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na ota bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inko tune, potong hitwama ji aki inko tun, tong padokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik lota. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na ota bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inko tune, potong hitwama ji aki inko tun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik lota.
Tell me about the overseers.
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na ota bokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inko tune, potong hitwama ji aki inko tun. Tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, ki mulira kun king, kimba no konik lota.
What happens if an overseer is killed?
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, tong hitwama aki inko tune, potong hitwama ji aki inko tun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, ki mulira kun king, kimba no konik lota. Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma.
What else can you tell me about the Geno Haradin?
Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma.
Well, I don't have any other questions. Actually, maybe I do. So, do the Jedi Order know about your guild?
agi inko tune. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Otong hiwama ji agi inko tune. Tong panokun. No jiskadosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua penki. Topa na oto bokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Otong hiwama ji agi inko tune. Tong panokun.
Why haven't the Genohardin assassinated Malak?
Jiskadosoki, Kopa bono nakachu, Labora na winki smack. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Otong hiwama ji agi inko. Jiskadosoki, Kopa bono nakachu, Labora na winki smack. Tong hitwama agi inko tune. Otong hiwama ji agi inko tune. Tong panokun, nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki.
They sounded a lot like the Keepers from the Thief series, if the Keepers actually wanted to manipulate events. Okay, I don't have any other questions. No, I'll be back later. But we don't have a quest from them to kill anything, so we're in an interesting, I suppose, dilemma? Okay, so we are allowed to talk with him. I think this is a bug. We're allowed to talk to him about the Genohardin because we just are. That conversation topic was accidentally left in. We were only supposed to be able to probably talk to him about it, though, if we picked up that one data pad from the Twi'lek back on... crap! The desert planet, whose name I can't remember now. Tatooine. If we had taken the data tablet that one Twi'lek had tried to give us, but we kept refusing, we would have learned of their existence and probably been told to meet this gentleman here. And then we could actually complete some quests for him and assassinate some enemies of the Republic and gotten dark side points for it. But that was not the case. So I guess before we call it quits, we'll talk to Candaris as well, and then we will wrap up the session.
Yeah, what do you want?
Candaris, tell me more about the Mandalorian Wars.
We fought against the Republic forces for some time, over the course of many battles. At the start, they were not much of a threat to speak of. But once the Jedi Revan took charge, things began to turn against us. The Republic fleets began to use more than just basic tactics. Feints, counterattacks, mass deceptions. Revan was a genius on the field. Revan abandoned worlds of their defenders so that others would be too fortified to strike, and was willing to make sacrifices in order to advance goals. And in the end, Revan proved too much for us.
What about the Sith?
The Sith had gone, retreated into their empire. They sealed themselves off from the rest of the galaxy. We thought it would be centuries before they'd come back. It's amazing that they could rebuild their fleet so fast. But at the time, it looked like the galaxy was in our grasp. I still remember that final battle in the skies above Malachor 5. The two fleets filling the space around it, outshining the stars.
What happened in the battle?
It was not your ships, or your men, or your vaunted fight for freedom that won this, the final battle of the war. It was by the actions of one person, the Jedi Revan, that you prevailed. His strategies and tactics defeated the best of us. Even Mandalore himself was taken aback by the ferocity of his attacks, the tenacity of his defenses, and the subtleties of his plans. He fought us to a standstill, and then began pushing back. We really didn't have a chance.
Why didn't you retreat?
It was what we had wanted all along, in a way. We wanted to fight the best, in a battle that would be remembered for centuries. And we did. And Revan won. I don't hold a grudge against Revan, and neither do any of my people. It was the greatest moment of my life to be in that battle. If Revan had been a Mandalorian, nothing in the galaxy would have stopped us. But wishing for the past to be different is useless. Better look to the future, as we should now. We'll talk more later, I think. Is there something else you want to know?
No, thank you, Canderous. No more for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Let's take a look really quick at our journal entries. Canderous described the end of the Mandalorian Wars. He seemed to admire Revan greatly. Maybe you can ask him more about this later. So, Bastila... Juhani... Okay, so we actually do have more to talk to our companions about, so we'll be doing more of that, I suppose, at the beginning of the next episode, because if I recall correctly, once we get the third piece of the star map, I have read that all the side quests at that point end, and you can't complete any more of them, and I would like to see them all to completion. So we'll talk to our companions more in the beginning of the next episode, and we'll see if we can get more of that stuff done. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you then. Take care, everyone.